We start on our back this morning and just taking it easy. As they say, what's the saying go? Easier Sunday morning, something like that. So on your back, and it's nice to have a little support for your head and just wiggle yourself around. Find your comfortable lying down position. Shoulders down away from the ears, so slide those shoulder blades down your back. And just take a deep breath in now. Breathe all the way up to your sternum. Big breath in. And just sigh it out. Softly close your eyes. And notice the sounds around you. Bring them all in. You're all in your various little spaces. And you'll have different sounds around you. So just notice them all. Notice the contact of the mat, the floor, with your body. Places that are hard, places are soft, and perhaps some little spaces in between, maybe behind the neck or the knees. And you may want to set an intention for your class today, what brought you here this morning, and what you'd like to get out of it for yourself. Maybe you'd like to set an intention for yourself for the rest of your day. And then let's continue now with the breath. Remember, the breath is a deliberate breath. You are controlling the breath. So begin to draw that oxygen slowly and carefully. It's not a rapid breath or a jagged breath. It's a nice, smooth breath all the way in. Filling your lungs up from behind that belly button all the way to the sternum. And exhale nice and smooth and slow from the sternum down to the belly button. Some people like to count the breath in and out. Some like to focus on a particular part of the body where the breath is obvious to you, like your chest, tips of the nostrils, the back of the body, your rib cage. So it's up to you, but just try to focus on the breathing, the inhale and the exhale. Just a few more times before we get into the formal part of the practice. Taking it nice and slow and easy today, Sunday morning. You probably had a very busy week or maybe a hectic day yesterday. So just go at your pace and do what you can. So treat yourself to a nice stretch now. Stretch your arms overhead. You're just waking up. Stretch your feet, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then release your hands down to your sides. Bend your knees and walk your feet up a little bit, not too close to the buttocks. Just bend them and just rest the soles of the feet on the mat. Continue the breath as you inhale and exhale. I invite you now to take your right thigh up to your chest. Take your hands and just slowly take them to the back of the right thigh and gently pull that thigh into the chest. So your left foot is bent, but the heel is not close to the buttocks. So a little bit a distance away. So you're just gently drawing that right thigh down towards the chest, and let's make some movements for the foot. So you can start with some circles at that ankle joint. To get into the ankle joint, you can circle the foot and reverse the circle. And flex now. Draw your toes up towards the knees, pushing the heel out, and then point your toes. Flex that foot, point your toes. One more. Flex the foot, point your toes. And then spread your toes. Widen them out there and scrunch them up nice and tight. And spread them again. Scrunch them up. Let's do one more like this. Spread them and scrunch them. Now slide your left heel a little closer to the buttocks and take the right foot all the way across onto the left thigh. You form like a figure 4 in front of you. You have that little triangle. Now you're going to take your right hand in that triangle, lift your left thigh up to the chest, and then just hold that left thigh with both hands. Flex both feet. Draw the shoulders down, tip your chin slightly to the chest. Take a big breath here, and as you exhale, pull gently your left thigh to the chest. You may want to take that right arm bone and gently press that right thigh out to what's in front of you there. And close your eyes now and breathe into the sensations that you're experiencing from this awkward little shape that we're in. So relax the shoulders, the neck is nice and long, feet are flexed, and you're just taking your time here to draw that left thigh into the chest. Deep breath in and out. And then slowly release everything back to the floor. Take the right foot away. Let's go for the other side. So now you're going to take the left thigh to the chest. Hold underneath at the back of that left thigh. Take a breath here. When you exhale, just draw it down very gently to the chest. And let's start the footwork here. So flex the foot, toes to draw those toes up towards the knee, push that heel out and point. Flex and point, flex and point. And circle now to get into that ankle joint and reverse that circle. Okay, let's spread those toes really nice and wide. Spread them and scrunch them up. Spread them and scrunch. One more. Spread and scrunch. Releasing that, slide your right heel a little closer to the buttocks so that you can take that left foot across. Rest it on top of your right thigh. And you notice that you form that little triangle again on this side. So put your left hand through it now and draw that right foot, that right thigh all the way up to the chest if you can. Just taking your time here. And of course, you're going to notice that one side will feel a little bit different to the other. So you flex your feet, take a big breath here. You can take the left arm bone and gently push that left thigh out to what's in front of you and draw that right thigh into the chest. Drop that chin down a little bit and your shoulders are relaxed. Breathe now. Inhale, notice this side. Exhale. Big breath in and out. Okay, and then we're going to carefully release that. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. Take your hands out to the sides, away from the body a bit. And step your feet really wide away from each other. As wide as you can get them, maybe outside of your mat. Take a breath as you exhale. Take your right thigh down towards the mat. The left knee points up to the ceiling. And again, you want to feel your body. Notice how far you can safely take that thigh down towards your mat. Some of you may take it all the way down. Some of you may not be able to get there. Please do not force anything. It's what your body needs and you have to honor it. So nice breath in and out. And draw that leg back up. Sorry, that dog hates trucks. Take a breath, draw that leg back up, and let's go to the left side. So gently take the left thigh down towards the center of your mat. Your right knee points to the ceiling. And again, you may notice a difference on this side. So with the eyes closed, you're concentrating on what you can do here today. You're not forcing, not pushing. And then slowly come back up to center, walk those feet in towards each other. Keeping the left foot bent, you want to draw that right thigh back to the chest. Gently just pull it in. And breathe your left foot now all the way up to the ceiling. Remember that you're honoring your body's limits, so do what you can. If you can't straighten up that leg all the way, it's fine. You can keep it slightly bent. And just feel how it feels now as one thigh comes to the chest and the other one goes to the ceiling. What we're going to do here now, everyone, is draw some little circles, or maybe you can take like semicircles rather than full circles. So I invite you now to turn your left foot out. So the toes are pointing slightly to the left side and the heel over to the right. So that way we're loosening up where the joint of the thigh, so that we can, of the hip joint, so we can make our little circles or semicircles. So take a breath now, and as you exhale, drop that leg down almost to the ground, but not touching the ground. Draw it over to the right side and lift it back up to the ceiling. Okay, so if you're not sure, you can look at me. So you're turning that leg out, drop it down towards that left side, take it around to the right and bring it back up to the ceiling. So it can be circles or semicircles depending on your availability today, what the body is asking you for. So just continue. We're going to do 2 more circles in this direction. Try not to wobble around too much. So if you're not sure, I'm doing them here. Remember to turn that hip out. Turn that foot out. Now, when the foot comes back up to the ceiling, when your toes reach up to the ceiling, reverse the circle. So drop it down towards the right, almost to the ground. Take it out to the side and come back up to center. And let's do a few more like this. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take 1 more circle in this direction. Try not to wobble around too much. When you bring that thigh, that foot up towards the ceiling, bend that knee and bring it into the chest. We are changing sides here now. So that knee is bent, bring the right foot up towards the ceiling. Sorry about the dog, guys. I don't know if you're hearing him. And then turn that leg out. Turn your toes out to the right side and heel to the left. Hold on to that left thigh so that you can support yourself there. Take a big breath here and let's begin. So the leg is going to go out to the right side. Take it down almost to the ground. Bring it around and back up to the ceiling. So let's go. You can make some nice circles or semicircles. Doesn't matter. We're getting into that hip joint. We're working the abdominal muscles here. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do 1 more in this direction here. Bring the foot back up to the ceiling and change direction now. So nice breath in and out. Keep the hip turned out, keep the toes turned out. When you come back up to the ceiling, bend that knee, draw the thigh into the chest. And let's take this into a spinal twist. Arms out to the side like the letter T. Drop both thighs over to your right side and take your upper body to the left. I'm reminding you again, I know I sound like a stock record, but if that left shoulder is hanging, try and put something underneath it. And then just twist over towards your left side. Close your eyes and connect to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice little twist to get into your back, your hips, your shoulders. 1 more breath here. Turn your nose up, top leg comes up, bottom leg follows. Shift the buttocks over to the right as you drop the thighs over to the left. And then take your twist to your right side now. Remember to check in with your shoulders. Breathe into that top rib cage. Soften your face, close your eyes, and feel that twist. Inhale in and exhale in. Turn the nose back up. Top leg comes up now, bottom leg follows it. Shift back onto your back. Draw the thighs into the chest. Just give them a little hug. In fact, cross your ankles, hold your feet, and pull the feet in towards you as if you're tying a bow. And release. Let's turn onto one side. Push into the top hand. Lift yourself up sideways. And let's come up into table position. So when you move around into table, everyone, you're going to make sure that your knee falls underneath that hip. If you need a little padding for the knees, go ahead and put something under there. I'll just demonstrate for you. I have a little towel here, so I'll put my knees here. So if you may want to be like this, and your hands can be your palms directly under the shoulder or a little bit away from your shoulder. Lift up your chest. You do not want to sink down into this pose like this and put pressure on your shoulders. So lift up, arms are nice and straight. Neck is drawn away from those shoulders, shoulders sliding down your back. Take a breath as you exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you. Begin to push the spine up to the ceiling, rounding those shoulders, and drop your head. Look between your thighs to the back of the room. And then inhale, reverse it, lifting that tailbone. Run the movement up the spine, shoulders down away from the neck. Just look forward. Two more like this. Exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you. Pushing that spine up to the ceiling. Hollow out that belly as you round those shoulders. Drop that head. Inhale, reverse it. Looking forward, stretching that sternum away from that belly button. Again, exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you. Push that spine up, drop that head. Inhale, reverse it, look forward. Sliding those shoulders down. Wonderful. Take the gaze of the eyes down between your hands and draw your right foot back. Keep it on the mat. We're going to do a balancing posture here. So if it's not available to you to balance like this, you can tip your hand down on the mat and keep it there, lift the leg up. Or you can, if you have something close to you that you want to hold on to, I have a little block here, so I'm going to demonstrate that you can just hold the block and maybe that will steady you. All right, so let's begin. Pulling up through the core a little bit. You don't want to let that belly hang. Just bring it up a little bit. It will protect your back also. Shoulders down away from your ears. And just have a little fun with this, folks. It's Sunday morning and we're just not going to take things too seriously. All right, so just do what you can. So it's up to you. You want to slide that leg out behind you now and slide the hand out. And this is, if this is where you are today and you don't feel like raising the hand and the leg, then don't. This is, you can stay right here. If you are into it, you can raise your leg up and keep the hand on the mat. Or if you're really into it, you can raise the arm and the leg and stretch it away from each other. So it's up to you. Breathing in, breathing out. One more little balance here, looking down between your hands so the neck is nice and long. And then slowly and carefully release the hand and the knee back to the mat in preparation for the other side. So again, you want to come back into good form here before we start. Repose yourself here. Stretching your left leg out this time and walk your right hand out. And if you choose to stay here, it's perfectly okay. And you can choose whether you want to lift one limb or the other or both. And when you're there, you just concentrate. Keep the breath going. Neck is nice and long, shoulders down. So that's why we're looking at the mat, so we don't overcurve that neck. Deep breath in and out. And slowly release the hand and the leg. Curling those toes under. Let's take a little downward dog stretch here. So curl the toes underneath you. Begin to lift those knees up off the mat, coming up nice and slow here. And then make your own adjustments to come into your downward dog. Now in downward dog, move around, play with your downward dog. Take your dog for a walk. Play with your dog. Have fun with it. Some people like to just lift that one leg up and then the other. And another option we have in downward dog here is to, if you walk your feet a little closer to the hands, you can take one hand and hold the opposite ankle and treat yourself to a little different stretch here. And then when you're ready, go to the other side. So if you're not sure what I'm saying, this is what you can do. Okay, so you can take one hand, hold the opposite ankle and pull your chest further to the thighs. Make sure your knees are soft though. You're not locking those knees back. And you're playing and you're having fun here. It's Sunday morning. Okay. From here, come over into your plank push-up position. Nice straight line here. One nice straight line. Just stay in plank for a couple breaths here, because the plank position is also very strengthening for your body, strengthening your bones. It's a very, very strengthening posture. One more breath here if you can hold it. Come down onto your knees and come to lie on your tummy, but stay up on your forearms. Okay, so we're on the hips. Walk your elbows in a little bit towards the shoulders and press down into your palms. Lift your chest up. Draw those shoulders down your back. And a nice soft gaze out there. Make sure your neck is nice and long here. As you press down into your hands, your hands are staying steady on the mat. You're not moving them, but you're pulling the arms back. Feel the muscles like they're drawing back towards your hips. And that action is going to take the chest further out. So you can feel the muscles on either side of your spine. So pull back on the arms on the sticky mat. Draw that chest out there, shoulders down. Let's take the face down to the mat. Draw your arms back a little bit. Press into your pelvic triangle now. Take a breath as you exhale, lift up your face just a little bit off the mat. The face doesn't come up too high. Just hovering above the mat. And then take your arms up, same thing. Just a little bit off the mat, but this time you're going to pull the elbows and your shoulder blades way back behind you there. And you're just hovering on the mat, you're pressing into your pelvic triangle. And slowly release. We're going to do this 2 more times. So again, you want to press down into your pelvic triangle. Take a breath as you exhale, lift up your face, point your nose down so the neck is straight. And then lift your arms up, pull the elbows into your side body, squeeze those shoulder blades back into the spine. You're hovering here. And release all the way down. Sorry. And one more like this. Press into the pelvic triangle. Take a breath as you exhale. Lift up your face a little bit. Arms come up. Squeeze those shoulders back. Elbows into your side body. And then this time, lift up your thighs and your feet. Just a little bit off the mat also. So the feet are coming up, the thighs are coming up. And even if they don't leave the mat, folks, It's just that intention of pulling them up there is enough. Breathe. And release. Good. Stretch your arms all the way out. Lift up one foot and stretch it out there behind you. Lift up the other one, stretch it behind you. Your arms are all the way out. Rest on the chin or on your forehead. Take a breath. We're going to lift up the right leg a little bit off the mat and the left hand, left arm, and all the way back down to the mat. And let's go for the other side. So what you're doing is you're alternating the sides, but you're not lifting it too high. Just a little bit off the mat and then place it all the way back down. So keep going at your own pace and your own time, lifting right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. So just a little lift and lower, lift and lower. Just keep lifting and lowering. And release. Slide your hands by your shoulders and pick yourself up. Come up onto the knees once more. This time you're going to come all the way up. Lifting your body up. Lift that sternum. Shoulders are down. Neck is nice and long. Step your right foot up and make sure that your left knee is under that hip. Look at your right foot and make sure that the knee is in line with the ankle. Inhale your arms up. Take a prayer position to the heart. Lean forward and then twist over to your right side. So your left hand, your left elbow is resting on your right thigh. Draw that sternum away from the belly button, pull the shoulders down, and then do your little twist. If the elbow is not reaching the thigh, put something there. You can put a little book. So what that does is it lifts the thigh up to you rather than you struggle to go down to the thigh. These are important little tips that we do in yoga. Drawing that sternum away from that pelvic area there. That belly button, you're going to turn into your twist. Keep that breath going. Shoulders down away from the ears. And slowly come back to center. And take that right foot back. Step your left foot forward this time now. So you check in with yourself, please. Your knee should be in line with the ankle. And the right knee under that hip. When you're there and you're ready, lift yourself up, arms come up. Take a prayer position to the heart. Lift up your spine. Begin to twist. Come forward a little bit, and twist. So now your right elbow is on your left thigh. Again, put something there to raise that thigh up for you if you're struggling with this. No struggling today. And you can also drop that right hand down and put the left palm at the base of the spine if you choose to do that, or stay in prayer position. So again, you want to draw that sternum away from that belly button. Pull the shoulders down. Soft smile on the face as you take a little twist here. Looking behind you. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Okay, slowly come back to center and step that left foot back. We're preparing to do the pigeon pose now. So what I suggest for some of you, you may want to put a cushion. Let me show you. When we step that one foot up, put the cushion underneath the side, under your, let me do this side so you can see me, sorry. So when we step up like this, you're going to put your support here so that when you land on this cheek, it's lifted up. You will slide your left foot across and drop down onto that support like this. If anybody, if you're you're more advanced in yoga, you can start to get into your own pigeon pose. So the rest of everybody else there that's not too sure what to do, you will lift that hip up a little bit. Take a breath, lift up your chest. Exhale, begin to walk those hands down as you release that chest to the floor, to the mat. Now, if the forehead is not reaching the floor, use your little book, your cushion, anything that you have there to rest your forehead on it. Another option you have, folks, if it's the left foot that's bent and in front, you can bend your right knee and slide it up towards the sole of the left foot. That might make it a little less challenging for the hips. So if you have tight hips, you're not very flexible there, that's fine. Nothing says you have to be. So make your little adjustments so that you are comfortable. That's what is important. Okay, so we're in pigeon on one side. It's up to you again, as I said, if you want to bend in that back knee or you want to straighten it out and roll on top of that thigh. So you have options here. Now try and relax. We're down here and we're safe. We're breathing. We have that wonderful space around us. So try and relax, everybody. This is your time, your little moment to be with yourself. And to just let go now. Let go and release. So the arm position again can be straight out in front of you. You can take them. Some people like to put the palms on the base of the spine and let the shoulders hang. And then notice the sensations that are forming now from just being here in this little pose, pigeon pose. Let your exhale be your letting go breath here. Now the option is to bend that back knee and hold the ankle, draw the heel into your buttocks like this. Okay, let's do one more little breath here. Slide your hands down, push into your palms to lift that chest up. And then come up, slide that foot back. Move your cushion over to the other side. And if you did the left foot forward, now the right foot will go forward. So slide that knee in towards the top of your mat. Push back. Put your cushion underneath that buttocks or that hip. When you're there, I'm facing the camera now this side. So what I meant here is you can bend this back knee and draw it into you like this. So when you lie down, it's a little more comfortable, perhaps. Okay, so it's up to you. We're going to lift that chest up. Take a breath as you exhale. Begin to lower yourself down. And use a little support for your forehead if you need it. Whether it's hands or a book or a block. And then just take a breath, sigh it out and melt down. Melt all the way down in your pigeon pose. So for me, with the right foot forward, it's much easier than when I had the left foot forward. So you may notice a side a little bit different to the other, but please don't get caught up with the whys and the hows and the if and the buts and the ands, okay? Just notice it and release that thought. Nice, very nice, everybody. Ooh. And then we're going to slide the hands by your shoulders and just pick your chest up. Swing that back leg in. And we're going to sit down cross-legged. Ooh, nice, lovely. If I don't know if you all you once have been doing yoga with me for a while, you notice that I've changed location today. I'm on my back veranda and it's a little warm out here. Ooh, but that's nice. I'm detoxing. All right, so let's move the flesh away from the sitting bones, plug those sitting bones into your mat. Lift your chest up. Let's take a breath here. Your hands are resting gently on your thighs. As you exhale, take your chin softly to your chest. Tip your right ear over to your right shoulder. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall here. And then your chin comes to your chest. Take your left ear over to your left shoulder. Chin to chest. And breathe your head up. Interlace the fingers in front of your chest. Take a breath as you exhale. Press those palms forward. Roll your tailbone underneath you. Suck that tummy in. Push it in. And stretch those arms out there. Drop your chin to your chest. So you're in your little C curve. You roll your tailbone underneath you. You're pushing your back to what's behind you there. Stretch those arms out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then you're going to inhale. Lift up your spine. Lift up those arms. And release the hands down. Let's take a twist to the right side. Left hand comes to that right knee and your right hand is beside you. Lift up your spine and take a gentle twist towards that right side. Watch your neck. The neck, let your neck stay forward if you have neck issues. Do not force that neck around, please. And let's lift up the hands and go over to the other side. The right hand comes to that left knee, left hand beside you. Lift up your spine, everybody, and take a twist to the left. When you get there, you can take your head back around to the front. But pull the shoulders back. Breathe in, breathe out. And slowly come back to center. Very good. Let's find our way back onto our back. I know some of you are dying to get up and get your breakfast, right? I hope you didn't eat before the class. And then let's just slide down onto your back, bringing your thighs into your chest. Just hug them in. Release your feet to the floor. Let your soles of your feet touch and your knees splay open to the sides. Take your hands to the top of the thighs and push those thighs down away from the rest of your body. Notice that the chin slides down to the sternum a little bit and your back straightens up, but there's a curve in your back. And then releasing that, just take your hands onto your thighs, press those thighs down towards the ground, and you're opening up your shoulders, opening up those hips. Okay, let's bring the knees back up. Bring the knees to the chest, put a palm on top of each knee and make some circles. Circle those knees around. Breathe here, everybody. Make sure you're breathing. You're coordinating the breath with your movements here. And reverse that circle. And then from here, you're going to stretch your legs out, your right leg, stretch it out there on the mat, on your left one. Treat yourself to a really nice stretch. Stretch those arms overhead. And then release the hands back to your sides. And if you want to do a little something for yourself before we go into relaxation, please feel free. Take a moment for yourself if you need to. If you're okay and you want to just lie in stillness now, you can get yourself ready while we wait on the others. So if you're lying on your mat and you're not into doing another stretch or anything else, you draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Sorry, and tuck your chin slightly down. Slide your feet away from each other. This can release the hip joints when we do that. And the palms can be up or down, it doesn't matter. Take a nice big deep breath in and just sigh it out. And then for anyone else who's just getting into the lying down position, if you did your little stretch and you're getting into this now, just take a moment for yourself to find your way into your comfortable lying down position. Close your eyes. Bring the sounds back in. Notice them. I hear some birds out there. The dog has stopped barking. He's a little miserable this morning. I think he doesn't like me being on his space, on his back veranda. I shoved him outside. Okay, so let's settle down now. Just feeling the support underneath you. Bring a soft smile to your face while your eyes are softly closed. Just scan your body now, everyone, and just check in with yourself. If you think your whole intention somewhere, recognize it and just soften it, release it, let it go. Just give yourself permission now to totally relax. Let us slowly begin now to awaken the body. You may begin by deepening the breath. Begin to make some small movements that feel natural to you at this time. And when you're ready, roll onto your side, hugging yourself in a fetal position. Press it into your top hand, extend your top leg, and begin to push yourself up from that position, sideways, to come back up into your comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. So when you bring that spine back up to vertical, take your hands to the buttocks and pull the flesh away from the sitting bones so you can plug them in. Lift your sternum up, drop those shoulders down, bring a soft smile to your face. Giving thanks for this beautiful day, for the many blessings that we do have. May you have peace in your homes, your lives. May we have peace in our beautiful island, Jamaica. May we have peace in this universe. Adi Om, Shanti, Shanti, peace. Slowly open your eyes now and namaste, peace, blessings. And to all the Librans out there, happy birthday.